Those clothes was finished. They was wet. They was, maybe, I guess. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Ain't nobody in here yet. Good morning. How's it going? I don't really get to have my hair out too often. I don't get to show my hair. This is how my hair looks, y'all. Everybody always sees me with my head wrapped. I don't ever like to show my hair. What do you think? I always have my head wrap on. We are pretty much a natural family. We all have our afros. Child, clean that, whatever that is. Don't keep stepping on it. I don't understand why people they see a mess and just step over top of it. What is that? Oh, they just throw that away. Thanksgiving thing at Offset Schools? Huh? There's a Thanksgiving thing at Offset School? Yeah, coming up on the 21st. Oh, we're going to the zoo on Sunday. Choir. They choosing the coldest time to start doing all these activities. That's crazy. It's cold as hell. Everybody's going to the zoo and doing this and doing that. I'm like, what happened to the spring when it was all nice and clean? You know what I'm saying? They choose it. It's about to be winter and they trying to do all this stuff. Girl, you got a big back, honey. Big back. Hey, people love big back. People love big woman, honey. I don't know what rock you crawled up underneath. So I don't have a problem. I got a big old back. Look, you know what I'm saying? When it's Sir Mix-a-Lot, I say I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't be, you know what I'm saying, denied. Then when a girl gets, you know what I'm saying, you get sprung. Okay, hello? These guys, you know what I'm saying, they think that they hurt somebody's feelings because they talk about somebody's weight. That's stupid. That's childish and dumb, you know? Oh, you got a big back. Big back. Big back, big back, big back, big back, a big back. Honey, I got a big house too. I got a lot of stuff. I does it big across the board. Okay. Don't be mad because you wouldn't be able to even scratch the surface of it. People that talk about women and how big they are usually ain't working with too much. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They can't hit no walls, work no middle, make you tickle or giggle, okay? They're miserable playing fucking PlayStation all goddamn day long. Madden or whatever the hell dumbass game that they be playing. Jaying off in the mirror while crying, you know? Miniature, you know what I'm saying? That's the only people that got something to say about women that's big. People that couldn't do nothing with it anyway, goddamn way. They need to have a petite, a damn near childlike body. You know, I'm a woman, okay? I'm not no little kid. Half these people be pedophiles. You know, women don't have small. It's not. You have some petite, small women, but there's way more larger size women in this world. You know what I'm saying? So all that trying to fat shame or whatever you want to call yourself doing, honey. Man, get out of here with that. Honey, I'm about to be 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of different body shapes in this sucker, you know? And you get up early with the stuff. Early with the nonsense. It's too early for that. First thing in the morning. And you know it's a person that just waits on me to go live so they can hate on me, because it ain't even YouTube ain't even been pushing my videos out like they normally do, because I got a strike. You know what I'm saying? I got a warning for Baba Yashaba's content, so they stopped promoting me on the algorithm. So I got to do something to either jar it or whatever, or wait the 6 months, so then YouTube will start toggling and sharing my stuff again. You know? Gave me a warning. When they give you that warning, they stop promoting your videos. I need to probably contest it some more so I can chill out with it. Right, for some reason, right when my channel starts to be doing pretty okay and pretty good, I get a warning. It's almost like I can't. Nothing like allows me to finally to get to the point, because I'll start making some regular revenue and something will always try to block it. So you know, but it's okay. You know. This is not my only source of revenue, so it doesn't bother me. I'm not walking. You see, honey, I turned 48 in June. I don't think I look like I'm about 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? I don't think my you know, I'm not walking around with a bunch of wrinkles on my face. You know what I'm saying? I might have a little wrinkle on my double chin, but I'm not walking around looking just, you know, crow's feet and all the other stuff, you know? I ain't got that thing right here. Like, people be having that fold right here. Epicantal fold. Anyways. Some people be having them lines up here. I don't got all them lines all over my face. So...
having that puppet jaw.
What, the puppet jaw? That's what you call it? Puppet jaw. That's funny, the
they
puppet
call it
jaw.
something like that, the puppet.
Man, I didn't know that was called the puppet jaw. Man.
The nutcracker jaw.
Right, the nutcracker. Right. Yeah, I don't got the nutcracker thing going down like it was this that they saw. I ain't got that whole saw face going on that makes you when you look old.
It's like two different.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm saying. But like this, the weight keeps my face looking kind of young. You know, most of the time when you start losing all that weight in your face, you start looking old and shit. You ever seen a person that like they was like kind of fat, but like they got older and they start losing weight and stuff like that, and their face, they start taking that Ozempic and stuff, and their face start looking real old.
Yeah, I think skinny young people be like looking old.
Skinny young people.
Yeah. Like super skinny. Like I'm not talking about like I have some weight, I have a healthy amount of weight. I mean, no, I'm talking about like skeleton.
Really, really thin.
Yeah, really.
They look kind of, they be looking kind of old themselves. Like when you look at real frail.
Like even their hands like look kind of old.
Yeah, when you can see all the bones in their hands and all that stuff.
In the veins and stuff, like bones sticking out like.
It's good to have some fat in your face and fat around your, you know. When you start losing all that, it starts to look foldy and you know.
Like reptilian.
Right. So, anyways. I don't know. That's crazy that the first person somebody would just say as soon as I get up it's to, and you know that's a weird thing to like just jump up the first thing and someone come in and go, oh look at you got a big back or whatever, and it's a specific, I know who it is doing it, you know, And it's like, what is the problem, sir? This person was going on different panels talking shit. It's like, about me. Like, what is the reason? I'll be on different people's panels. They be in the audience going crazy. It's like, y'all, people like love to hate my ass. I'm gonna start that top villains thing. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, while I'm on this like hiatus with YouTube, even though some people, y'all gonna watch it later. When I get off this hiatus with YouTube, until then I'm gonna open up my other page, Top Villain, and start that page, because YouTube is blocking my stuff here. All right, have a good day. Or you see this? See how you was stepping on your own picture? Let me see this. See? You was stepping on it. You know how you be having all that junk on your car, and people just get in your car and just step on top of everything? Don't move anything out the way or nothing. Look at Aura's picture. Do y'all see it? It's her college picture. She looks so cute. Her high school picture. She's a senior now. She's about to go to college, and I'm not ready for her to be an adult. I'm used to taking care of everything and doing everything, and now everything is about, like, I gotta like let go and let God, you know. I gotta, you know, because I want to like jump in, but I say, okay, I gotta be like, not kick her out the nest, but like, you know, like let her take care of her own stuff, you know. So, but then look at her, she looks so cute. She about to graduate. That's my oldest baby. Good day. How's it going? Yeah. So so I got one out the door. I got the other one about 10 more years to go. And then they're gonna be, and I'll probably be around what, 50, 58 or whatever, 50. Yeah, 58 when she gets out. So that's why, you know, when you start having these kids, when you get older, you gotta start factoring how old you're gonna be when they 18 and stuff. I'll be 60, damn near 60 years old when she graduates. So you people be saying, oh, don't have kids until you get old. Don't wait until you turn 30 and 40 until you start having kids, man. Or you start. That's why if I date a guy, I'm not gonna date a guy that's in his 30s that still wants to have kids. Well, because I can't have kids anyway. I got my tubes tied. But I would never want to. I be hearing people that's like old as hell, like in their 40s, trying to get pregnant and stuff. I think that, I'm not gonna say people's name, but I think there was one person. I'm like, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it, because you're gonna be old as fuck. And then the kids are gonna be like, is that your mom? They say that to me, like, your mom looks older. I was like, oh my God. I should have just said, no, I'm her grandma. I'm the grandma. But, you know, I think it's, the one thing about I know a person right now that is 69 years old and just had a baby. A man. And I'm like, man, you need to cut it out. You on Social Security. He literally is 79 or 69 years old and just had a baby. And I'm like, oh my God. That child is gonna. But if he passes on, at least the child will get Social Security if he worked or whatever. So he'll get Social Security for the rest of his life, you know. But that's just messed up, you know. You know, I think that one thing about the red pill is right, is that you should have kids during your childbearing age. Maybe not as soon as you know what I'm saying, but at least go to college and get your education or whatever. At least do that part. Around 25, you should start having kids. Don't wait until you turn 30 and 40, because honey, you'd be old as hell trying to be. But I think that me being older and having kids did make me a better mom, because I was a mess in my 20s. I was a fucking fool. But I probably would have avoided a lot of bullshit that I was doing in my 20s if I would have had kids. Because having kids definitely straightened me up, you know? It made me completely change my whole life, you know? Because before I was having kids, honey, I was out there, I was out here, you know? It was a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party, hey, it was a party, honey. Every day. So kids do kind of like make you chill out, you know? Calm all that down. What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? How are you doing all this? You know, so. Man, what else? What's going on in the news now? What's going on? So I guess they say that Trump. They're trying to put the snap on. The USDA tried to make the courthouse take SNAP back, only give half the amount. And I'm trying to figure out why would the USDA, when the state governments was trying to release and still give people SNAP benefits. The USDA went to court to stop them and make them only give half the benefits, or they would penalize them. And I'm thinking to myself, why would the USDA want to do that? Is it? I mean, what in the hell what is that about? Like, what is the purpose of that? Like, for what? I don't understand why. Why? You know, I wish that we could just ask these people why sometime. Like, are they you know? So now they're trying to reopen Congress. I think that they passed a bill trying to reopen Congress or Senate or whatever the government. You know, reopen everything. Reopen the government. They're trying to pass whatever. I don't know if they fixed the health plan or whatever. Whatever or came to an agreement on that so that they can go ahead and open things back up again. Because, honey, you had some people out here like they don't ever plan on opening the government. I was watching some stuff. They're like, they don't plan on opening the government, period, ever, and stuff. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Really? Like, this whole thing. So, you know, and it's so crazy how all this stuff turns into a whole big conspiracy after a while. Like I had to stop watching TikTok because TikTok will have you thinking all kind of wild stuff. People, you know, and then you get white people saying, you know, they see like they know what they're talking about, so you start believing, like, really? They put that damn boom, 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 boom. They put that music in the background and be like, well, you know the government's not opening up ever. You know that the government is going to close down indefinitely until 2030. You know, just wild. And you be like, what? TikTok will have your ass on a conspiracy theory spiral. You know. I was on a whole spiral about human meat. I mean, I still think that I think that some of this stuff is human meat. And I think that the AI be lying and stuff like that. I think that there's something to it because there ain't that many goddamn cows in the world for us to have enough cows to feed, to have all this beef and all this, you know, all this beef. It's either some retarded cows or some horses or something that they're using. There's something else, some other kind of meat that's being used because there's not enough meat for McDonald's to make over 1 billion hot hamburgers a year or whatever the hell they touting it off as making. It ain't that many damn cows. And you get McDonald's, you got Burger King, Wendy's, all these motherfuckers making burgers. Where are they getting this meat from? Either they're creating that meat in the lab or something. It's like, whatever it is, it might not be human meat, but it's something else. It's something. They done found that they 10 years ahead, you know, so, you know. I came upon a realization that all these like big companies like this, you know, these big tech giants, like I just realized that all this stuff is just so it's so incestuous and it's all about collecting information, you know. You think about like companies that that have a valuation of over $1 billion and haven't even launched yet. all because of what their ability to collect information. And you know, the biggest thing is even Google itself is the fact that when you understand the mission statement of Google, to understand that its mission statement at one point, I'm not sure if it changed it, because I'm sure it has to probably, not be so obvious about what it's doing, but the mission statement of Google used to be to collect all human data. And, I have actual papers that I did in college where I said that, that the whole objective of these corporations is mainly collecting data. And, and when you have a mission statement, everything around you, that is the characteristics, that is the why of your company, period. Like, why do you exist? To collect all human data. Why? But why? Why would you need to collect all human data? Because that's pretty much what the mission statement was, to collect all human information. So it explains why, in order to collect, so what ways do you need to be involved with to collect all human information? You got to have their phone records. You got to be able to collect their phone calls. You got to be able to do that. And so even with the whole guise of advertising, to say, okay, well, we're doing this for the sake of advertising, because what is the biggest form of collecting information is advertising. If you think about it, because I actually studied advertising. My actual bachelor's of science, I did 2 years, and I actually left the class because it was so, advertising is nothing but collecting information. I didn't realize it because there used to be this whole $1 billion advertising industry that I wanted to be a part of. There was a thing called Global Hue, which was one of the largest black advertising agencies in the country, and it was out in Southfield, Michigan, and it was a black owned advertising agency. And you had what was the other ones? It was some other advertising. You had what was the other ones? That big ones that you could be a part of. And the whole objective of those corporations is that they would basically all of a company's identity, advertising, and revenue, before they would put out a McDonald's commercial, they know so much information about the end client that they can guarantee that advertisement is going to hit that customer. So you think it's just a commercial, but there's been so much research done that by the time they finally put that commercial out, everything is so methodical and crazy that they know that it's like they can guarantee that you're going to get a certain result back, based on that commercial. They know what colors to use. They know who's going to hit, the demographic. They know what the people talking, their slang, everything. And by the time they put that advertisement out, they got everything in it that's going to get you to purchase that product. That's how slick advertisement, the advertising world used to be. Man, and then all that we did, because it's a Bachelor of Science in advertising, is statistics, demographics. Why, okay, and write up and papers about like why, and oh my God, I was like, what the heck? I quit. I was like, I can't. This is ridiculous. Just gathering information, writing papers about it. Why is this? Oh my God. I quit that shit so fast. The second year, I couldn't take it no more. Psychology, why Bowen? You have to know about. Oh my God, the psychological aspect. You know what else that I found out? You know that when you go to a store and you see those cameras in the up there, they're not there to like see if you're stealing something. They're there to count, to see what you bought, what you're doing. Like, okay, you walked here, you grabbed this. How many steps did it take you to get from that item to the thing and buy it? How many things did you pick up on the way? Did you put this down? Did you What did you put in the cart? All the data of your psychology when you walk into that store is being tracked and then sent to a company. It's crazy. There's a company that goes through all that. There's not a person. Think about this. If I go in here, right, into this store right here, and they have all these cameras. I'm at Quick Trip again, getting my ice. There's cameras everywhere. There's cameras in the parking lot. There's cameras everywhere. What do you think that they're doing with the information on that camera? You know what I'm saying? Do you think there's a person in the back of this motherfucking gas station that's watching all these cameras? No. So they're recording all this information. They're recording who walks in, who walks out, who gets gas, who do. You know what I'm saying? How much money did it do based on this? All this data that they're collecting. And then they're putting it into a computer and processing it, and that goes into like demographics and this, that, the other. And so there's this whole entire system. There's companies that just all they do is collect camera information and use AI to break down and to track everything that's been going on within that transaction, within that world. There's the flock camera system. That's the reason why people can't. What Calvin Johnson said about, hey, doing crime nowadays, you don't want to do it because the flock system, all these cameras and everything. Flock also, I think it's called Flock or Flot or something. But they track all. They got access to all these motherfucking cameras. And if you commit a crime, that flock system, the police could get the footage from your door camera, from all these cameras around Quick Trip, the street cameras, everything, and they'll know what street if you drove, when you left your house, if you had a Ring camera, they'll have that recording. Then they'll have the recording of every Ring camera going down that street. Then they'll have if you went past the light, they got the camera up there. If you stopped at the gas station, and there's a system that got all the cameras. And they will track your ass going wherever you went and know every step you took. It's called Flock or Flot or some shit like that. And so they're tracking that. They use it. Then they got the Google and all that stuff. They got the analytics. They got that information. All that stuff. So, yeah. Think that you're slick if you won't. Bottom line is that all this stuff is being tracked for the collection of information, so that everything is can be measured. You as a human being can be measured. So you would think that like these huge like I would say conglomerate companies that are coming out, these big tech companies. Why do you think it's mainly a certain people that are at the top of these tech companies? Why isn't there any black owned major tech company? I think it's all a part of the same. I think that they're all in bed together. It's all ran by the same. They get funded because you can't find funding. A black tech company that comes up with a great idea, you're not going to find funding. If you do, good luck. It'll probably be something local. But funding wise, you're going to have a hard time. But a lot of those other people, they come out of that same area that Silicon Valley, probably went to USC or different like a college, Harvard or whatever, Princeton. And they're all incestuous. They get their funding from each other. They have their valuation before they even have a customer using their software. It's all based in hedge funds and all this stuff like that, and all based on and what are they hedge? What are they hedging on? What is the value of it? It's the information that they can collect and sell, because AI even right now to this day is working at a deficit. The server power that it takes is so heavy on the system that they have to create nuclear power plants to even power the shit. They have to come up with a fucking power source. It's not even enough power to even power AI. But because of the fact that AI can do what? Collect data, collect information. It could go throughout the whole internet, collect people information. And then each individual thought that you're putting into there, they're collecting your thoughts. What are you interested in? What are you trying to find out? Now people are having conversations with AI and boyfriends and all this other stuff and starting to communicate with AI. because the search engine could only have a certain level of a conversation with you. They can't really legally listen to your phone conversations because there's like some kind of legal thing with that. But what they can do is have you start making AI a companion. And now they can know your inner thoughts. They can start to really get into who you really are and understand the human psyche. I don't understand why they are trying to do this, but that's what this whole thing is. I don't know if this whole thing is like a fucking test tube or what the fuck, but why is everything all based on collecting information? But you know what I think it is because there is a certain God complex within the 1% of rich white people. They want to be God. So the only way to be God is to know everything, right? The all-seeing, all-knowing. Man, listen. Omnipresent, omnipotent, right? But see, if you know that you're God already within yourself, you don't need to go that far to be God. You realize you don't have to do all. Sorry, guys. You have to go get my ice. Most people in the morning they jump up and drink coffee. I get ice, which is probably not healthy either because it's fucking in my teeth. But hell, coffee ain't that better either. Well, coffee is a diuretic. It makes you dehydrated. Coffee is a diuretic. Makes you dehydrated. It's a laxative. So it makes you go to the poo. Go poo. So you're pooping out your nutrients. Coffee is good. I think in moderation, but I think that people to drink too much coffee. The better thing to do instead of drinking coffee is to take vitamin supplements and probiotics. Get up in the morning, get some vitamin supplements, some probiotics, and call it a day. Don't be drinking all that damn coffee. Normally, if you're tired in the morning, it's because you're lacking some type of vitamins or something. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and if you take a bath, what I'm saying? I take bath with herbs. I use this thing, methylene blue, every once in a while in my bath, and that kind of wakes me up a little bit too. But yeah, I don't know. Lately I get up at 5 o'clock every morning without fail. Even if I go to bed at 3, I'm up at 5. I've been having some weird phone calls lately on my phone. I had somebody call me. He said to me, "Oh yeah, I met you on a Facebook chat line." I'm like, "Honey, I wasn't on no Facebook chat line, so I don't know how my number then got out. I don't know if there's like some black web thing." He's like, "Oh yeah, you want to go on a date?" And I'm like, "Who is this?" Kyle, please. I humored him for a second, and then finally I was like, "Okay, that's enough." "Sir, where'd you get my contact information from?" I started asking him questions. All of a sudden, he had to leave. He's, "Oh, I gotta go. I'm like, "Sir, I don't know. I don't know who you think I is, but honey, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm not following." I think that I used to play dumb. That was my favorite thing, is to play stupid. You know what I'm saying? To pretend like I don't know what's going on. But I think that at this age, at this old age, I think I need to cut that shit out. And stop pretending like I'm dumb. I think sometimes, it's like okay to do that, because it's like it disarms people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you just come right out and just be reading the shit out of them right off the rip, it'll scare people. But at this point, I'm so sick and tired of human beings. I mean, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. A job the other day, and I was having like the toughest time. I was like late to work and all type of stuff. Because it was traffic, people, it was all kind of accidents. And sometimes that's how you know when you just ain't meant to do something, you know? If trying to get there got all these goddamn obstacles in the way, and you trying to rush, and you doing all this and whatever, everything's just all not falling into place, and you just keep trying to push past all that, trying to make it happen, and this, that, the other, it's usually a sign that it ain't supposed to fucking happen. Normally when things are meant to happen, that shit goes smooth, bro. Think about this. I just dropped my daughter off. Wasn't no goddamn explosions along the way. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no chaos. It wasn't a tornado that went by, a fucking waterfall, you know, a flood. You know what I'm saying? If that would have happened, I probably would have turned around and said, well, maybe it's not time to go to school today, man, honey. All the roads are blocked. You know, but a lot of times we ignore those signs and we try to push through all that bullshit. And you end up half-assed doing some shit. Because you don't want to do so much bullshit getting there, but by the time you get there, you're fucking exhausted. I mean, shit, I had to go through a flood. I had to jump hurdles and hoops. I had to swim. And I'm finally here. Now, let me try to get something accomplished. Honey, you're tired. You're exhausted. You're rushing. You know, so I don't know. One thing I did learn is how to not, you know, I've been through so much chaos in my life, is that I don't really I try not to panic when life is like going kind of fucked up. Because I learned to just more relax. Because it used to be like, oh my God, things aren't working out, blah, blah, blah. And what I learned how to do is actually to be more relaxed when shit is all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why I still kind of don't look as fucked up as my life has been. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned how not to panic when shit ain't going right. Because when the shit's fucked up, what more can happen? Unless it's my time to check up out of here, I can only go up from here. So I don't really trip when shit ain't going right. People want to send things, people want to hate, people want to don't like. Okay. It can go all the way fucking down. Guess what? It's got to go back up because there's no other way. It can't go. What is it going to go? Is it going to go down to either it's going to end completely or it's going to go back up? Period. That's how life is. So don't sweat the small stuff. So yeah, I went to this job, drove all the way out there. I'm kind of disheveled because I'm trying to rush. Put my vest on upside down and everything, you know. And the leader of the place, you know, I think I messed up a few things on the thing I'm trying to do, like the paperwork. And he calls me out in front of everybody. I'm like, God damn, bro. In front of everybody? And then, and my thing is that I held back. You know what I'm saying? Because the person that was calling me out, the first thing I noticed is that he had on a shirt and his damn stomach was hanging out the bottom of it. Now it's crazy for me, leadership, you know, that wants to tell somebody else about something, but they walking around with holes in their pants and their stomach hanging out the bottom of their shirt. There should never be a time where your clothes, where your stomach is hanging out. Get a bigger shirt, bro. If your stomach is hanging, if you got a shirt on and you can't tuck that sucker in, honey, your shirt's too small, sir. You know, that's all that is, bro. I'm like, dude, is your pants even buttoned? You know what I'm saying? Did you have to unzip them just so your stomach could hang outside of your pants and you could? What are we doing here? What is going on? Now I put that vest on over my stuff because I had like a sweatshirt on and all these different like layers, and had to put the vest on. And I just was rushing, so I put it on upside down. But I'm rushing. What is your excuse, sir? Why do you have your shirt on that's too small? You know, I can always flip this goddamn on vest upside down. Your shirt is gonna be small. You have to leave here and go home and get a whole new shirt, sir. Because that is, you know what I'm saying? So which one is a bigger deal? You know what I'm saying? And why didn't you tell me my vest was upside down? Now, I'm not gonna say nothing about your shirt, you know, and your stomach hanging out, you know, because I didn't want to embarrass you in front of everybody. But maybe I should have. You know, I probably would have lost my job or whatever. But a lot of times, you know, just because, you know, I think with Geminis is that it's probably best to like leave us the fuck alone. Because if we actually tell you the fucking truth, instead of like hold in all of our thoughts, because I be holding in so many thoughts. If I really fucking unleash some of the things I be thinking to myself, people already hate me anyway. So I mean, I don't know. This fucking dog. Where's this stupid ass dog? This damn dog done got out. I gotta make sure I don't fucking run the bitch over. Get out. You know, I'm not a big dog person and pet person because they get disobedient and get to wanting to do what the hell they want to do and all this. So it's like, bro, I just let the damn thing out. Go ahead somewhere. And the neighbors be on there. Yeah, we need to keep these dogs. Honey, that is an animal. Let the dog run out out. It's a dog. It's an animal. I'm back home, y'all. Much love. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna do a show a little later on today. I got like some things I'm gonna be doing. Some recordings for the new channel that we're putting together. But I got a few subjects I'm gonna go over. I might put something together soon, like in the next couple hours, because I have been avoiding really going live because YouTube has been toggling my views and it's irritating the crap out of me. But I might just go ahead and still come on and stop being a crybaby about it. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. See you. Peace.